Of the seven ancient wonders of the world, the Great Pyramid of Gizeh, situated in Egypt, not far from the present city of Cairo, is the only one still in existence to this day. The architect of this grand edifice evidently intended it to be an enduring monument. The pyramid stands 486 feet high. It is 764 feet broad at its base, and it covers an area of about 13 acres. There are stones in it 30 feet in length which fit so closely together that you may run a penknife over the surface without discovering the breaks between them. It has been concluded that the construction of this pyramid dates back to the year 2170 BC. Although it has been conjectured that Egyptian labor was used for the construction of the Great Pyramid, yet the designer was no Egyptian, for as we shall see, it exhibits a wisdom of design which the Egyptians could not have possessed. Consider these facts. The Great Pyramid is located in the geographical center of the land surface of the whole world, including North America and South America, unknown for centuries after its location and construction. Consider this. The measure of the base of the four sides, at the level of the sockets added, is found to be as many pyramid cubits as there are days in 4 years, to the fraction, including the leap year fraction. Consider this. The distance to the sun, it is claimed, is indicated by the height and angle of the Great Pyramid to be 91,651,673 miles. This number falls between the closest and furthest distance of the Earth's oblong orbit around the Sun. Many have studied the mysteries of the Great Pyramid. Many theories have been offered to explain its purpose. They assert its use as a tomb, a landing pad for spaceships, an observatory, a temple of initiation, a refuge from a flood, a memorial to the Martians who supposedly built it. But all of these theories are unworthy of credence. The overwhelming majority of evidence supports the conclusion that the creator of the universe, the God of the Bible, was the architect. Just as God gave Noah the instructions and dimensions for the building of the ark, and Moses the instructions and dimensions for the building of the tabernacle, so he gave the instructions and dimensions for the building of the Great Pyramid to the Egyptians. If the pyramid was built under God's direction, shouldn't we reasonably expect some allusion to it contained within the Scriptures? The answer to this question is yes. Isaiah testifies of an altar and pillar in the land of Egypt, which shall be for a sign and for a witness unto the Lord of hosts in the land of Egypt. Jeremiah, when speaking of God's mighty works, declares that he hath set signs and wonders in the land of Egypt, even unto this day. There are 3 requirements of prophecy set forth in Isaiah 19:19-20, all of which are fulfilled by the Great Pyramid. They are: 1. It must be in the middle of the land of Egypt. 2. It must be at the border of the land of Egypt. 3. It must be a sign and a witness. The first and second requirements are geographically proven. The Great Pyramid is in the middle of Egypt. It is also located at the border of Egypt. In any other country, these 2 requirements would be self-contradictory, but not so in Egypt. From early history, Egypt has been divided into 2 sections, Upper and Lower Egypt. At the Gizeh Plateau, the land elevation abruptly drops. Lower Egypt begins here. The Great Pyramid stands on the Gizeh Plateau in the middle of Egypt, between Upper and Lower Egypt. Thus, it also stands at the border of Egypt, at the natural boundary separating Upper and Lower Egypt. The word Gizeh in the Arabic language means border. The semantics of the title, the Great Pyramid of Gizeh, acknowledges its location at the border of Egypt. The third requirement of Isaiah's prophecy states that it must be a sign and a witness unto the Lord of hosts in the land of Egypt. The word sign in the original Hebrew is the word oath, and one of its definitions is monument. The word witness in the original Hebrew is the word ed, which means a testimony or recorder. Simply stated, the pillar of Isaiah is prophesied to be a monument that records. The Great Pyramid does, in fact, record a storehouse of important truth, scientific, historic, and prophetic. But most importantly, the chambers, passages, measurements, and angles contain deeper spiritual lessons. These lessons we omit for economy of space, but suffice it to say that with close investigation, one would find that the pyramid's testimony corroborates the teachings of the Bible.